Dear Clay, Rochelle, and the XO team. Words can't express the gratitude I feel for you and the love you've shown me and my family. Yet I hope this note can capture just a small fragment of it. Early on in the Make-A-Wish process, I was told that the wish is often the turning point in a Wish Kids treatment, not just mentally, but physically. I was skeptical at first, but having now had my own dream fulfilled, I have no doubt that the benefits of something so meaningful extend far beyond the confines of the wish. Though it breaks my heart to know that not every Wish Kid wins their battle, it's people like you who bring light to families living in the deepest of darkness. I have been blessed with a promising prognosis, and it's my intention to use this second chance at life to brighten the lives of others as you have done for me. Coming from someone whose one wish in the whole wide world was to be a part of Expedition Overland, if only for just a day, I hope you know that you have made an impact in the lives of so many. I wish you all the best in XO's next chapter and urge you to continue to make authentic and inspiring content. Garrett, Rymer.
This film is made for Garrett Rymer in partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I'm Garrett Rymer from Denver, Colorado, and I am 16 years old.
I'm Andrew Rymer, Garrett's dad.
I'm Kate Rymer, Garrett's mom. He's intense, he's strong-willed, so much passion for life. He was more serious, I think, as a toddler.
A thinker, always thinking,
Yes.
intensely thinking about things.
He's also fun-loving, gregarious, very social.
Started out in May of 2021, and I was biking to school, and it rained the night before. Just roads were super slippery, and my tires came right out from underneath me, and I crashed my bike.
So I went and picked him up, scooped him and his bike up off of the pavement and drove him to the ER. And
So I started doing physical therapy. I did that for about 2 months, and I wasn't getting better. I was doing the exercises, going to physical therapy appointments, but I wouldn't get the strength back for whatever reason. So that sent me to a test called an EMG. Not a fun test, but the EMG actually did show that I had nerve damage, but it wasn't in my shoulder like they had expected. It wasn't something that happened during the crash. It was something going on in my neck. That was preventing the nerve signals from getting from my brain out to my arm and kind of restoring those muscles. The next test that they had me do was an MRI. That was December 23rd of 2021 at the local children's hospital in Denver. And that's when they revealed the news that the MRI had revealed a cancerous tumor growing inside my spinal cord.
When I found out, I was speechless. I couldn't imagine that something I thought was so bad could happen to someone who was so good.
Yeah, it was a hard day for us. You kind of hear these stories outside of your family, and it's just heartbreaking. And then you find it under your roof.
it's hard. It's hard.
And it stings, and it doesn't go away.
So I was taken to the emergency room where we met with oncologists, neurosurgeons, technicians, and we ultimately decided that I would definitely have to have a surgery to get this out. It just was too risky to leave it inside. There was certainly risk of paralysis if we just continued to let it grow. in the midst of this whole process, pretty much right after the surgery, I was also introduced to Make-A-Wish Foundation through a friend of mine. Over the summer, while I was, starting to recover and, really get used to this whole chemotherapy thing, I started watching Expedition Overland and realized that it's something my parents had been watching, and so I really took a love for overlanding. I was excited to get my own car, and my mom suggested, well, hey, why don't you do your wish with XO? And immediately they replied saying, hey, we would love to grant your wish.
How's it going, guys?
It is
Good. How about you all?
fantastic.
We were just watching it on TV last night.
And so it's really cool to be talking to you in person today.
Seriously, a dream come true.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is my family, my parents, Andrew, Kate, and then this is my sister, Allie. She's 13.
Nice. Hi, Allie.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, they all wanted to be on the call, so we're really grateful that they could be here too.
What did you have in mind? What would be your what are your expectations? What would you love to go do?
My best friend gave me some really good advice, which is try and do something that you really couldn't do otherwise. And so I'm really right now, this right here is my wish, getting to meet you guys, hopefully getting some mentorship. That's just something that could not have happened otherwise, very likely. So I'm just so grateful that you guys have been willing to take the time to do this. It's truly a dream come true. So, I mean, whatever we end up doing, I know is going to be something that I look back on for years and, take pride in.
Well,
So
sweet.
driving, camping, overlanding, filmmaking, maybe. And then what else you want to throw in there?
Oh goodness.
Make him cook. Make him cook. He's out there doing all of it, and with the doctor's approval, we keep asking the docs, are you sure? Are you sure? And they're like, yeah, go play, jump, run, be a boy.
I would love to learn all those skills myself, and navigation, cooking, camp setup, leadership, communication, photography, really all of it.
Right on. We'll cook something up and we'll give you plan A, B, and C.
We're a family here, so we're gonna all get together, have a great time, enjoy some campfires, get in the outdoors, and celebrate life.
Yeah,
that would be a dream come true. I mean, it already is.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the Egg Center. How's it going? So good.
Are you
Good
part
to
of
meet
the
you.
welcoming committee?
This is Piper.
Hi, Piper. Hi, Kate.
Kate, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Allison.
My name's Allison. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Allison. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
Andrew.
Hi,
Andrew.
Hey, Kate. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Garrett's really excited to see the whole process and you all. So this is a treat. Awesome.
Incredible. Yeah, well, come on in.
Let's see it.
Come get the tour.
We just finished with a bunch of all the new lev rack systems came in. That organizational stuff, which is awesome. Cleaned up the place a lot. Shop/film area. The bay. Well, should we look over some maps and decide some stuff?
Let's do it.
What we are proposing is to take you down to a special spot, which we're actually not going to show everything on the map because this is one of our spots.
Okay.
Awesome road. It turns to dirt again right here. At the very end, this road. We'll get into the history tomorrow as you travel it, but it's rich in history. From Indian wars to mining. So we'll be here for one night, and then we'll turn and burn, and we'll hit the interstate. We'll go up there and we'll all be on radios and communications and be able to chat through it and tell stories and ask questions. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are gonna hop in trucks right now. Shelly and the gals will be in Adigan.
Okay.
The three of us will go in Clone, and then Cyrus and a couple of the other guys will be in Third Gen and the other Tundra. So that way we have enough beds and kitchens and everything for a fun night out. So. Cool. All right, let's go.
About the time Allison was born, Garrett and I started camping. He was like 3 years old, and we'd venture out there when we lived in Utah and take in some camping. And Garrett's always been a big dreamer, before anybody said, "What's your wish?" Garrett didn't have to. It was really, Garrett's got 100 wishes.
Let's narrow it down.
Pick one.
He's just a beast. He's unstoppable.
We have an expression in our house. It came from some friends of ours. They say, "Tap the brakes, Garrett," because he is going in 9 directions at 900 miles an hour. And so, yeah, tap the brakes, Garrett.
He's always been a nice, compassionate person, but he is so empathetic. He's had to grow up because of cancer, and it has just made him the most strong and caring person I know.
Your seat's over on this side.
All right, clone will take lead, third gen P2, Adigan P3, Tundra P4.
Garrett is on cloud more than 9.
A little bit.
Oh, I gotta take a picture.
We're gonna be rolling in 3, 2, 1.
All 3 trucks in the rearview mirror now.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I asked him if his cheeks were sore from just continuous smiling.
From smiling.
Yes.
That's so fun.
Oh, we're going on dirt roads. You can stand up.
She's like, "This is my cue."
Clay,
Yep.
did you still want to air down? I do. Find a good spot up here.
Copy that.
We'll hop out and put the tires down to, I don't know, 25 pounds?
25.
Flip it 180.
Okay. I don't know if it'll fit.
So you have an equalized tire pressure now of 39 pounds. And then you just lift this up, it's loud. Now you're dumping tires from both sides.
And then it's equal.
And it's equalized.
Whoa.
I was telling your mom this, but Adigan has these special valves. So if you want to dump air out, all we do is lift this up.
Oh, how easy.
But we're gonna check to see what they're at first. So all we do is go like this. That's it.
So loud.
It's really loud. There you go. 32, 4, 6. Yep. 8 almost. So I would do 3 seconds on that. All right, you're good.
So right down there, right at the bottom you can see the clouds, and then there's the mountains, and then there's a first shelf.
Yes.
So in that first shelf is the Bozeman Pass, or is the Bozeman Trail. So when pioneers were coming out here to, explore the West, that was one of the main guided routes that would come through here to get out to West, to get out to Oregon. So there's the Oregon Trail, and there's others, right? And then the Mormons had several trails down into Utah, but this one is the Bozeman Trail. And it was verified and guided by guys that would make sure that you were safe on the way in from Indians and all kinds of stuff back in the day. So that's right there. Here and up in Glacier National Park, vehicles weren't really accessible to this spot. You had to come in by train. And then eventually they opened up the trains so that you could put your trucks and your cars on the rails and then bring them in. And now we just rip around and do in these crazy cool machines, and we get to explore it. But the original people put their cars on trains to get them in here to do stuff. So
Highway system allowed it.
yeah. But today, here you go. This is yours right now. You're driving now. I'll take the second seat, and we're gonna buckle up. We'll all
The roads are no longer
strap in
safe.
tight. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to a place called Natural Bridge, and that's where we will get out and take a look and We'll eat lunch there too. Ready?
Fun, man.
I tell my boys, play a game of don't get caught. So if you ever have a car come up the side of you and you didn't know he was there, you got caught.
Right.
You know, bad on you. You know, like
I like that.
play the game like I never get caught. I always know my 360. So when you get in cruise mode, you're checking mirrors, checking gauges, checking roads, scanning back forward, and then you're just in this repetitive cycle, and it becomes a rhythm, and you're a really safe, self-aware driver at that point. All right, we're ready.
All right, good to start up.
Yep. All right, engines up. Here we go. As a lead driver, your decisions impact the rest of the convoy.
Right.
So if you decide something's okay, it's the trickle-down effect.
Yep.
Oh, well, if he did it, I'll do it. You know, so sometimes your mistake can turn into 3 mistakes.
Or in this case, 4.
4, yeah.
Being able to collaborate to make a child's dream come true is an unbelievable opportunity. And the joy in Garrett's eye just amplifies our excitement for this trip.
My dad grew up in here, and we had a ranch, and that would have been the 60s. My grandparents bought ranches and fixed them up and sold them. And my dad went to a one-room schoolhouse here when he was in grade school. And then that family, we sold it to another guy, and then that guy sold it to Michael Keaton. So Michael Keaton owns a ranch right in here, quite a bit of acreage. And so does Tom Brokaw, the famous news announcer. We've got a nice little straight stretch right here. We'll stack up.
All right, go ahead and shut trucks down.
All right, does everybody want lunch before or after?
I kind of think now.
I'm fine with now. I'm not
Yeah.
too hungry yet, so that'll.
And it's raining. We'll see if it passes.
So the surgery was scheduled for January 14th. They wanted to wait until their best neurosurgeon was back in town and ready to perform this surgery. And so going into that surgery, you know, I knew there were lots of risks of not getting the whole tumor out. You know, these tumors are they mutate from the nerve cells, and so they look very similar to them, and there's just, you know, at a certain point the surgeon has to call it and say it's not worth paralyzing this kid to try and get it out. It's tough to differentiate between those nerves and the tumor cells. And there was also risk of, you know, even if they accidentally cut a nerve, I could be paralyzed, I could be put in a coma, I could not wake up at all. And these were known risks going into the surgery, but it was worth it for the possibility of getting the tumor out, or at least part of the tumor out, and just having a normal, healthy life. And so we took on those risks, and I had the surgery on January 14th. I was on the table for 10 hours under anesthesia for almost 12.
The night before surgery, he told me, everything's gonna be okay, just stay positive. He said, I'll be out soon. And I wasn't sure, because when he got out of surgery, they said he couldn't see. They said he couldn't feel his leg, couldn't walk. And so I was scared that he might never be able to see again, or he might never be able to walk again. When I woke up, they told me that they hadn't been able to get it all out, unfortunately. It was just too embedded in the spinal cord, and trying to get any more out would have risked paralyzing me or worse. He tried every single day to get up and out of that hospital bed. And I was so proud of him for everything he did, just the littlest things.
He's got more fight. More fight than you could ever imagine. to see a kid begin to map out his recovery and turn that suffering into goodness. Yeah, when we found out that you all had agreed to grant Garrett's wish, Garrett, in his true dream big fashion, has just been sharing all these ideas of what it might look like. And I'm like, man, you're dreaming big. But it's been such a growth opportunity for all of us to have something like this to look forward to and watch Garrett just focus on the positives and have hope. Don't let the huge dark shadow of fear prevent you from living.
So when I was a kid coming here, there was no trails. It was just whatever dirt path it was, no guardrails, nothing, and my parents did not like this place. I loved it.
Whoa.
Oh my
It goes
God.
underground.
That is so cool.
Whoa.
That is so cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's incredible. The day after I arrived, I finally met the team. Clay and Evan and Tanner and Rochelle, people that you've seen them on TV, and so you feel like you know them, but then you're actually in person, and it's intimidating a little bit. But more than it was intimidating, I felt welcomed. Driving the trucks is fun, but having those conversations, connecting with the XO team, that's been what has been so meaningful to me.
Struggle and the overcoming of struggle creates inspiration, because all of us deal with struggles in our lives one way or another. It all looks different, but Garrett has a very particular type of struggle. The way how he is handling that is inspiration to me to say, all right, your struggles are making you better, and your struggles are part of life, but you can do more. You can have a better attitude. You can keep learning despite struggles, because they are the best example I've ever come across of working through it and being better people despite the circumstances.
All right, we're gonna put these trucks to work.
As we make our way to camp, I'm struck by how the outdoor life continues to shape me. And though I've gained a lot of perspective from years of travel, the last 5 hours with Garrett have imparted even more. This young man radiates resilience despite immense hardship. Witnessing his indomitable spirit firsthand, we're honored to navigate these trails together.
Let's maintain a 3-car distance between each rig. All right, final corner.
Wow. That's impressive.
Nice. We'll just load up into the trucks now that we dropped the trailers. We got our campsite, and then we'll just go check out, go as far as we can. We'll probably make a turnaround time of like an hour and a half or 2.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're ready, got the gear, because This is for reals up here.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been trapped in here before.
Yep.
We may not come out tonight. I'll just say it that way. I don't think that would be the case, but you never know, especially with these systems. So, does that all sound good? Cool. All right.
Ring your water headlamp.
Ring your water headlamp.
Be ready for it.
And some snacks.
All right.
With our campsite setup, we are headed to do two of my favorite things, teaching and wheeling. And it's in one of my favorite spots. This day just keeps getting better.
And we are actually at just up here. We're on the first good rock obstacle.
This is no problem. You'll get this no problem.
Is this quote unquote easy? Okay, maybe I will get out.
It's not hard. It'll crawl right through this.
Okay. So just go, foot on the roll into it. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So kind of up this rock here.
Yeah, and use that ramp right there. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then you're kind of shooting for this side. You just ease into it. None of this has to happen fast. Good.
Okay.
Good. Okay. And you're coming up on front again. So you kind of memorize the trail in your head.
Yep, because you can't see it now.
And then you're driving over it.
Yep.
And that's it.
Wow. Just crawls right through it. That's incredible.
It's pretty cool. Good job.
Thanks.
So much.
Nice.
It's empowering when you do it. You're like, wow.
I did it.
I can go some places in something like this,
Wow. It went. It's incredible.
Coming up on rear, good. Nice. No worries. Perfect. Good throttle control.
And we're through.
Yep. Don't worry about drone. He'll get out of your way. You getting a little adrenaline back there? You're like, woo!
Quite knuckling it.
Yeah.
Those didn't sound like friendly, good noises.
That stuff, we call that self-clearancing. If you let it do it long enough, it stops doing it.
Crawl right up. You might want to be sitting down for this one, Piper. She's so wobbly.
Clay, how much farther you wanting to go in case we need to use this as a turnaround?
Go ahead and use that as a turnaround. We'll just drive up this way and see what's up here for a minute.
So we can reverse convoy order if we want, so we can watch other trucks go through obstacles.
Sounds good. So you can just back out from there.
Here's a good spot to turn around.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it and let you do the turning.
Oh, no, that's okay. You're gonna drive right up to that pine bush right there, that pine tree on the left, nose right into it, and then you're gonna back into this. To the left. There you go.
Oh, you don't
right
We're all turned around and in reverse convoy order.
Excellent. We're getting turned around right now. We're almost all the way around.
I'm making
and we're coming back down the trail.
A lot of noises here.
So that sound is wet brakes.
Okay.
After an amazing and successful day on the trail, We're looking forward to sharing a camp with Garrett and his family tonight.
Anywhere in there where you feel like it's really level.
Yeah. I'll mess around.
Looks like you're leveling up. You come back a little more. There you go. How's that?
That's perfect.
Feel pretty good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's start on this the natural way.
Grab your fire bundle there. Grab it, put it really close, and then just rub it together like this, as tight as you can. So that's going to help create tons of little fibers. That might spark better.
Okay. Wow. One shot.
There you go. There's a fire bundle. There you go.
Cool.
Hits it over like a pro. Wow, that's awesome.
I think actually being with the XO crew, the first thing I realized is there is so much more to this show than just like throw a couple cameras in the trucks, get a crew together, and let's go on an adventure.
Well, I've been impressed with you guys. Just a great family dynamic. Heard more and more of your story and the bonding that you guys have been through struggle, and it's amazing. I'm really impressed with your awareness at your age and where you are in life, which is remarkable. That it means you're looking out, as all these folks have been looking out for you. It's obvious that you're looking out for them too, that you think that way, and that's inspiring.
Well, it wasn't by choice. That awareness really did come from having struggled through cancer and really being forced to look beyond what I was dealing with and realize that it gives you a whole new perspective. And it's something that will certainly stick with me for the rest of my life.
Well, it's good to get out, be out, build fires. You did a good job. I've learned so much from you today, and we got another day to go.
Oh yeah.
And we got some good food cooking up right now. They say that overlanding is driving somewhere just to eat something. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too. Go get some food. No, I'm good.
Want to let us know if that tastes okay?
Absolutely.
There's nothing else.
You know, I might have to try another slice just to make sure.
Just to make sure?
Yeah. I'll block him. I'll block him.
Would you go your...
Cyrus.
You're going to
Gotcha. This is on camera. Well, this looks awesome.
So we drove out here, we've experienced some stuff. You did a great job driving, all you guys did. And we'll get some food in us, have a good night, and then we'll get up and go on day 2 tomorrow. Yeah, heck yeah. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good.
How'd you sleep, Andrew?
I don't sleep better at home, I'll tell you that.
What about you? How'd you sleep,
Oh, I
Garrett?
slept like a baby. I mean, I was just out in the alley cap. That was my first time sleeping in a rooftop tent. I like it.
You whip the eggs. Whip it.
Whip it good.
Whip it.
Spread it out a little bit.
How's that happen?
Sweet. Well, swapping trucks today. You'll be in Adigan. We'll take Clone with the trailer. Same. We'll put Adigan now in lead convoy order, and then everything else is the same. They just swap positions. We're gonna basically go back the same way we did, but there's more things to see and point out on the way back that you can't really see when you come in this way. And and then we'll hit the highway. I think we'll have plenty of fuel to go all the way to our next destination, which is a pretty cool little ranch that you guys will get to check out. So we'll be there for the remainder of the day and into tomorrow. Everybody gets to head home, and you get to shower. So, any questions?
Vámonos.
Attack.
On delay.
Do it.
Adigan is up.
Clone's up.
So I would swing through the middle and then around just to avoid that big old rock right there.
I have a challenge for the parents. We need the best pilot sign-off that we can utilize in the future. You guys have all the skills and the experience. I want to see what you can come up with.
Okay, challenge accepted. We'll work on it. We're loving this route, very scenic.
I'm glad.
Folks, from the passenger seat of Adigan, we've begun our initial descent into the Livingston, Montana area. We apologize for the moderate turbulence that we have experienced on this expedition. We do hope to join you again on another expedition, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for letting us join you on this one. We wish you safe travels in Africa or wherever your future expeditions may take you.
Well, it was a pleasure flying with you today and yesterday. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Headwaters Ranch.
Guys, this is incredible. So beautiful.
This is your home for the evening, and we'll get you some assigned cabins, get you guys showered out, and get some good food going.
Jeff Greg. How are you guys? Awesome.
All the steaks, Cyrus.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So good. Your party's not over just yet. This is a vintage era alu box that has been on a real expedition. There's only a few of these, so it's not perfect. It's got holes drilled in the bottom and everything. But that's yours.
Wow.
Right there. And everything in it is yours.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
As our time with the Rymers comes to an end, we have one last surprise for Garrett, courtesy of our incredible partners. Eager to support his journey, they've generously provided gear to help kickstart his own overland rig. We're grateful they could be part of this adventure and bless Garrett as he begins the next chapter.
Thank you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I don't think thank you does nearly enough.
Well, the trail advice I'd give you is have a ton of fun, just don't run out of talent.
Okay. Try not to.
Keep the rubber side down.
That's a good idea.
Right on. Well, thank you. We'll enjoy the rest of the evening, and then just now it's just time to relax, go explore and see stuff, and just have fun.
Yeah, I want to see this place.
Last year, I didn't know if he was gonna survive. And now I know that he's gonna survive, but he's also gonna thrive.
To come out here and see that y'all have exceeded even Garrett's dreams. I would never have guessed that he could get such a exposure and realize so much in such a short amount of time without even really pushing, you know.
It has been rich.
Kudos.
And fun-filled, adventure-packed, just an incredible, life-giving experience.
As we wrap up the expedition, that lesson, that example of look forward with optimism and hope will be a habit going forward.
The best way to get through something like this is to always find the silver linings in it. There's, in every bad diagnosis or injury or event, there's silver linings to be found. It all of a sudden becomes an opportunity for growth and not something to lose happiness on.
Thank you. You bet. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, that was great. Excellent work.
Yeah, it's been amazing,
Thanks,
man.
Garrett.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks for the piano.
And now, you may say,
That's a wrap.
death comes for all of us and intimidate us sooner or later in our lives, sometimes sooner, sometimes later, but none of us are immune to it. And seeing a family having to deal with something that's very scary, that could be limiting the time with family members, is really humbling and really sobering. The inspiration of strength that they have, I wish and hope that if something like this comes down the line for us, that we would be as strong as they are. It's incredible.
Mission successful.